Hello everyone and welcome to another I Pick My Butt video. Today we're playing more Rebel Inc. We're doing it on Brutal and we're going to be playing Southern Desert with the Banker. And just to show you it can be done, we're going to be doing it with no advisors, so when you go to play it, you can obviously make the game a lot easier for you. So starting off here, we're going to be starting right in that big town up in the middle, and that's going to be Zulu Victor. And I'm going to do this the same way I play every other Brutal board. I'm going to go over to government, we're going to do district representatives, and then we're going to pop over the civilian tab and do services discussions. Now the big thing I'm trying to do with the Banker is we're going to get extra money based by how much we have sitting down there. So I'm going to try to keep it around 30 and then drop down to 20. So kind of back and forth, get to 30, spend down to 20. So going back in, we're going to go back into government now, do outreach office, and then we'll go over the civilian tab. And we're going to open those three that are touching that services discussions. We just did water supplies there. We'll go back, we'll do medical supplies and school regeneration. But now what I like to do is go into government and we're going to do universal justice. I like this one because when we do it, it's going to open up the local police recruitment down there in the bottom. And that really seems to help out when I'm using the Banker, especially on this board too. So going back into the civilian there, you saw we opened up one of the R tiers. And we'll also do anti-corruption. We'll do that local police recruitment. And before the insurgents pop out, we're going to open up the other two tiers in civilian. And we're also going to do the PNR. That's really going to give us a huge boost on support. Now, something to keep in mind if you are having trouble with these, this did take me a second time of doing it, and when I first started doing Brutal, there was times where it'd take me 25, 30 times to finally beat one. So don't give up. It does take a little while to get the hang of the game, but once you do, it really becomes a lot of fun. The other things you want to keep an eye out for is they're going to give notifications at you letting you know what you should upgrade. Like, the town blah 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 isn't doing enough for polio. That's going to give you an indication to work on polio there, and when you do, your support will increase a whole bunch. I'm a big believer that if you at least get 2 of those that you're responding to, well, that's going to make it where you're pretty much guaranteed to win the game if you do them right. Other than that though, we're going to be keeping an eye on rebel bases. Usually when the insurgents pop out, wherever they pop out, there's going to be a rebel base that's touching one of those 2 spots, if not in the spot that they're at. And using the drones can really help locate those. Other times though, if you don't see them right away, you'll see a little kind of faded question mark on the map. You're going to really want to focus on getting the troops there, because the second we get those rebel bases out of there, it's going to be a lot easier to beat those insurgents. If you don't, they're really going to overpower you and they're just going to take over the board. Brutal is brutal. So keep those things in mind. The main thing I try to do when I'm working these is I'm just trying to get to a point where we can do a peace agreement, and then we can really gauge if we want to do the middle tier, which is going to drop maybe 3 or 4 reputation, or if we're low on reputation itself, we'll do that right one, which is going to antagonize the insurgents, but it will keep us from dying the game. And if we can, when the peace deal becomes 100%, if we don't have any insurgents on the map taking over areas, well, we're not going to lose any reputation. But if you do have a couple of spots, sometimes you can lose up to 15 reputation points, and you'll think, oh, I've got the peace agreement. You go and you hit it, and then bam, you lose the game because of that. So keep in mind there, notifications, look for those rebel bases, get the peace treaty, and that's how I did this one right here. And it actually worked out pretty good for me. The other thing you might notice is there's now ads on my videos, and I just want to say thank you to everybody. I'm now monetized, which means that YouTube pays me to put ads on my videos. So thank you everyone for that. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. Could really use the support, and we're going to try to make some better videos for you. We'll get more Rebel Inc. ones coming out, but thanks again everybody. Don't forget to check the stuff down in the description, and remember, I pick my butt.